everyone, it's Bethany. Welcome back. In this video, I am really looking forward to showing you this little idea that I had for some small little frames that I've had in a little stockpile in my craft room. So if you remember, I'm not sure if you remember, but I made this cute little frame and I was using my scrap vinyl. So I did a whole tutorial about 10 projects that you can do with scrap vinyl pieces. I'll link it in case you missed it, because little frames like this are a great idea for using those small leftover pieces that you have left over. So I made this, but I had 11 additional frames because I purchased these from notjustframes.com, but you purchase these in a 12 pack. You can only purchase this size in a 12 pack. So I had a total of 12 and I made this really cute one for Valentine's Day. So then I got to thinking, what am I going to do with the rest of these frames? And I ended up really loving this idea. It was so cute when I decorated for Valentine's Day. So I started thinking and I thought, why don't I make, since I have 12 little frames, why don't I make one frame for each month of the year and have it themed towards either the holiday or the season? And I just ran with that idea and these turned out so cute. So I'm going to show you how to make these today. And this is, let's see, there we go. This is the one that I created for July. So 4th of July with a really pretty floral United States. Of course, you can make these for whatever occasion that you'd like. I have so many fun ones and I don't want to show them all in the beginning, but this one is a really, really pretty shamrock for March. Is it focusing? There it goes. And that's super fun as well, but the rest I'll leave as a surprise. So really fun idea. I love these frames because they are really good quality, but I bought them in bulk because they only come in a 12 pack. So then of course this just lent to a really, really fun project. So I'm going to show you how I created all of these. We're gonna hop into Design Space. I use adhesive vinyl for all of them. Now remember that this is a good project for bringing out those little tiny small scraps. So if you have little leftover scraps that you have been saving, definitely bring those out for these projects because they use just a little tiny piece. All right, let's hop into Design Space. I'm going to show you how I chose some of the designs that I did and then got them sized for these little frames. Then you can help me assemble all of these and they turn out so cute. I can't wait for you to see. All right, let's get started. Okay, so I am just giddy over this project. I cannot wait to have this done because it's been on my to-do list forever and I think it's going to be adorable. So what I did was, first and foremost, is I went over to my shapes, and I'll just redo this for you. I went over to my shapes and I grabbed a square and I recreated the size of the little frame that I have. So I did a measurement of the inside of my frame and that is 3 inches. So 3 inches by 3 inches, and that is what I based all of the sizing for each of my design off of. So I did, let me send this one all the way to the back. Let's see, send to back. Okay, so then I pulled each of my images over and onto this sign just to make sure I had the right sizing, and then I sized them all visually. So again, I do have February all done because that is what inspired me to do this whole project. So February is all completed. So now I have January and then March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. And I found all of these images in Design Space. Okay, so now that they are all sized and ready to go, I can go over to the color sync and see how many colors I am using. I've already simplified all of my colors. These were not the original colors of the files, but I went ahead and changed them to the colors that I wanted to use just by clicking on the layer I wanted to change and then going up to the color box and clicking the exact color that I wanted to use. All right, so we are all set to go. I am actually going to use my Cricut Joy for this. So I am going to get everything all cut out with the Cricut Joy and then we will get everything assembled. So let's get started. Let's say make it real quick. It's going to place everything on individual mats. So I'm actually going to have it do everything on a mat because these are really small pieces. So I'll just place everything on a mat. Plus a lot of the material that I'm using is full-size material. So I'm going to say apply. So then it breaks down every mat and puts all of the pieces that are that corresponding color on each mat. So we have a total of 11 mats for this, so not too bad for doing 11 signs. So that's pretty good. So I will go ahead and load them in the order that it calls for. The material selection that I'm going to use is going to be based on what material I have. Some of it's going to be smart material, some of it will be just full-size material, so I'll just make those selections in the next screen as I am cutting. All right, let's get started. Okay, so this is super exciting. I am so excited to get this off of my to-do list and to enjoy these little signs. So here are all the colors that I'm going to be using. I have them all in a pile here, as well as some scraps that I have as well. And I am just going to load them individually as Cricut Design Space asks me to into my Joy, and then I will get them all cut out. Again, I'll make the machine selection based on the material I'm using. So of course I will just do a premium vinyl for most of these, and then I will actually use Smart Vinyl Permanent for the Smart Vinyls just because they are a little bit thicker, so they do require their own cut setting. All right, I'm gonna get everything cut out and we're gonna get these cuties all assembled. Okay, so before we get started, I wanted to mention, if you don't know about my scrap system, I'll link a video for it, but I ended up not having to use my smart vinyl that I showed you before because I went through my scrap box and I was able to find lots of smaller pieces instead of cutting into some of the bigger pieces that I had. So some of them I did still have to use some full-size vinyl, but a lot of it I was able to use from scraps. So all of this was just regular vinyl and nothing was smart vinyl. So let's go ahead and get started. I can't wait to show you how all of these turn out, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about these signs. Okay, so I got these little signs from a company called notjustframes.com, and they came in a 12 pack, and I believe you can only purchase this size in a 12 pack. So I've had these for a while, and then when I did that other Valentine's sign in my other video, I had 11 left over, and I thought, oh my goodness, I really enjoyed that little Valentine's Day sign, and I thought it would be really cute to make a sign for every other of the 11 months that we have. So they are really nice and small signs. You can put them on a cute little cake stand or decorate just little areas in your house with them. But the inside that I am working with is 3 by 3, so it's a perfect little size. So we are going to start with January. I have this really pretty powder blue that I'm going to use, and then I'm going to be sure to link all my materials in the description box below because I will be using a clear grid line transfer tape, which is really, really perfect for projects like this because we are going to be doing a lot of layering of vinyl in just a moment. Some of the designs are fairly simple, but some of them are going to be layered, which means a clear transfer tape is going to be very helpful. So I am going to go ahead and do January, which is this cute little powder blue snowflake. So I'm just going to get that as centered as I can. Like that. Perfect. And I'm actually going to need a smaller scraper because this is not going to fit. Okay, so I just have my little Cricut one. I have not used this in forever, but it's a perfect size for smaller projects. I just prefer my other one for some reason. I just like the feel of it better, but this will work for this project. Okay, so then I'm going to just peel away my transfer tape. Whoops. Carefully that transfer tape and make sure everything lays down really nicely. There we go. And there is our first little decorative sign. How cute. Okay, so January is done and now we can do February. Actually, we are doing March because February is already done. I did that in that one video, so I'll bring it back in here. I have to grab it from my little Valentine's decor box. But for this vinyl, I used a really pretty patterned vinyl, and it almost looks watercolor-like, and I love it. I think it's from the Flannel and Frost patterned vinyl set, but I'll try to find it and link it below. But I'm going to do this cute little shamrock for March and place this little guy in there. So cute. I love when you have a solid shape and then you can pair a nice pattern vinyl with it. I think that always pairs really well together. So for example, if I wanted to do an outline of an animal. I think animals are really, really fun for doing really fun patterns with. I feel like I've done that on my channel too. If I remember which video it is, I'll try and link it in the description box below, but it's always so cute and fun. But pattern vinyls are really nice when you have a basic shape to pair it with, because if you have a basic shape, then you can really dress it up with a fun vinyl, and it usually works out really well. That is so cute. I love that. So there is March. How cute is that? It's very subtle with the pattern, but it's just enough to be so, so cute. I love how that looks. Now, I also want to mention that my decor style is very, very light and muted. So I really like more pastel and light tones. So you can choose what other colors you really, really like. If you want to go more traditional, you can. I like going a little non-traditional with my colors just because I think it also gives it a little bit more of a modern feel. But anyway, you can go ahead and do any colors that you'd like to personalize it to how you decorate. So there is March, and now we can do April. So April is a cute little rain boot, which is adorable because it is so rainy, at least in our neck of the woods. We have a definite typical April. We get the April showers that bring the May flowers. And actually, the timing of this video, it is April, and so we are getting a lot of rain. But we're also getting a lot of flowers, so that's nice too. So I have 2 layers to this. So I am going to do my first, and then I'm going to hover over the little bottom of the boot here and line that up. Okay, and I have my parchment paper here for some more of my complex layering, but I think this is going to be super duper easy just doing by eye. So I'll go ahead and line that up really nicely, and then pull that other one back, and then put our little rain boot on our sign here. Okay, cute, cute, cute. I also toyed with the idea of doing an umbrella, but I love this cute little rain boot, and it looks so cute in this powder pink, so it was a given when I saw it. Grab that little bottom piece, make sure it stays. There we go. Okay, so there is our little rain boot for April. Okay, so we are getting a little bit more complex for May. We have a cute little watering pail with some flowers coming out, which is so, so cute because as promised, the April showers bring May flowers. So I am grabbing a new piece of transfer tape. My other piece of transfer tape lasted about 3 signs before it started getting pretty gunky. So I am going to go ahead and switch that out. So for this, because we have some more complex layers, I am going to do the parchment paper method. And so I'll scrape both sides down. I have a lot of questions repeatedly about why people are struggling with their vinyl and not being able to pull it up off of their carrier sheet very well. And I honestly think that burnishing or rubbing down the front and back with a scraper does wonders for helping get that vinyl to peel up really, really easily. Okay, so with the parchment paper method, I have so many videos on it, so I'll try to link some for you as well. But essentially what you're doing is using the parchment paper as a barrier so that when you are layering, you are not having to just stick a piece down on top of the other piece and kind of going in blind with that. So this gives you a little bit more of a grace period with it. So what you're going to do is take your parchment paper, you're going to place everything but an edge of your transfer tape on it. So you'll see just like that, this little lip is hanging off. And then by doing that, you can see through that parchment paper, just like this, and you can line up where everything goes, and you don't have to commit to anything because that parchment paper is blocking this top piece from sticking down on the bottom piece. Now I may actually need to place some of these flowers down first before this piece because it looks like there is so much layering going on here. So actually I'm going to put this to the side for a moment, and I'm actually going to place these pieces down first. So I'll just grab another piece of parchment paper and we will do the same method, but I'll make this a little bit skinnier for these smaller flowers. So got a little ahead of myself on that one because this kind of comes together really nicely, but it has some layers that need to go down before this one. Okay, so I'm going to go with the blue. Again, scraping down the front, turning it over, scraping down the back, pulling up. There we go. Okay, then we'll put this on some parchment paper, and then it's going to go over this little flower right here. So the mint piece is really your base piece where everything is going to stick to it. So I can hover over and line that up exactly where it belongs. That looks good to me. When I'm happy with where it is, I can stick down my transfer tape and I can take out my parchment paper, and then I can just lay that piece down right where it belongs. Okay, so I can just scrape that down and then pull up my transfer tape, leaving my little powder blue piece on my little base piece there. Okay, so now it looks like I need to do both of these. So I'll grab them both at the same time. Do a quick scrape. Okay, and these might just be easy without having parchment paper just because they're so small. Okay, so I'm laying down one of the pink pieces, just like so, and then another piece right here. Just trying to line it up where it's supposed to be. There we go. Okay, so now I believe we are ready for the pink piece. Okay, so then we can take this and resume right where we left off. There we go. And hovering over with that parchment paper, again, we don't have to commit to anything because that parchment paper is blocking us from laying it down completely. We can line everything up by just looking through that parchment paper, and then when we're happy, we can just lay that down. Just that part that's exposed we'll lay down. We'll pull out our parchment paper. Okay. Laying down our vinyl on the vinyl. Then burnish down, slowly peeling up. Trying not to take any of our other design with us, as we will get the rest of it at the very end. Oh, that's looking so cute. It's coming together layer by layer. Layer by layer, it's taking shape. Okay, so that looks good. Okay, so then, again, we have these other small pieces. These might even be fine to place as a sticker. Sometimes I feel with the small vinyl pieces, it is visually and just easier to place it, just like you would a sticker. Eek, sorry, my camera totally stopped while I was finishing this up, but you guys will see me layer so many more little designs. So what I was saying though is it's so much easier to do all of the layering outside of the frame because inside it's so restrictive, there's not a lot of room. But if you do it outside of the frame and then put it all in together at the same time, it's so much easier. So that is how little May turned out. How cute is that? I really like how the vinyl colors came together. Sometimes it's a little hard to visualize how all the colors are going to come together, but that is so sweet. Okay, so now we are on to June. Okay, so for June, we have a really cute little watermelon. It's going to be so cute. So it's really helpful if you can look at Design Space to help reference which layers go down in what order, because then it will really help when actually assembling everything. Okay, so it looks like our base layer is going to be the mint, and then we're going to do the black piece next. So I'll lay down my transfer tape right on that black piece. And then again, we will do the parchment paper method just to really help get everything lined up. So I have everything lined up just like this. Okay, again, I'm looking through the parchment paper to see if I like how everything is placed. And I do, so I'm going to go ahead and just stick a little side down, pull out my parchment paper, just like so, and then lay that piece down really nicely. I can scrape and then peel away my transfer tape, leaving my black on that layer. Okay, then the next layer is going to be the white, and that's going just directly over the black. So what I like about this is that the little black seeds are not tiny little pieces at all. They're just showing through this third layer, because now we're going to layer the white, then the pink on top of that. So that is really awesome. This design is really, really nice. Okay, so then again, our little piece of parchment paper. This is going directly over the black, so we're covering all of the black vinyl until we cannot see it anymore. And if you do need a more in-depth tutorial about the parchment paper method, I will be sure to link one for you so that you have that. We're going pretty quick through these this week because we have so many designs to do. So cute. Okay, so we'll go ahead and lay that down. Starting to look more and more like a watermelon with each layer. And then of course we have our final pink layer. And there we go. Pulling out our parchment paper. And see those cute little watermelon seeds. We love watermelon at my house. We just live on it all summer long. I mean, we go through so many watermelons. So, okay, then we are going to do the entire design. So put that put the transfer tape right back over that, and then we can peel. Actually, let's really burnish that so that we can get that to come up really nicely. There we go. Okay, and then our cute little watermelon will go right in here. So sweet. Anyway, we go through a lot of watermelon at our house. It is just a favorite. Let me know if it's a favorite of yours as well. I am a watermelon lover, but I do not like cantaloupe or honeydew. Just is not my favorite at all. There is our watermelon. How cute is that? Love it. Okay, I really want June to come now. Okay, so once again, we need to get a new piece of transfer tape because it seems like it makes it about 2 to 3 signs. And well, depending on the layering too, it can really lose its stick very, very quickly. So for July, of course, we are going to do a little United States, at least for me, because we do celebrate the 4th of July. But you can also personalize these to anything depending on where you live, what you celebrate. So I found this really pretty floral vinyl, and I'll link it below. It's so pretty, but I thought it would be so fun, once again, using a basic shape and then showcasing that basic shape and dressing it up with a patterned vinyl. Once again, that is one of my favorite little design tips to do. So I'll just place that little US of A right in there. How cute. I thought this was a really fun idea. Okay, so being really gentle not to scratch my wood sign, but using my weeding tool just to grab a little corner there. And then pulling that up. Make sure that stays down. Okay, there we go. Okay, how cute is that little guy? Oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to choose a favorite. These are all going to be so fun. Okay, so then we have August. Okay, so for August, we have a adorable little snow cone, which is going to be so much fun. Again, we're layering. I'm going to grab my parchment paper, and we are going to start with this little blue piece, and we're going to place it directly over this white piece. It's hard to see. Usually I like to use Oracle 651 vinyl because it comes with a blue backer, which really helps to see the white, but I had a scrap piece in white that was, let's see, I think this Paper Studio, and I just can't pass up a good scrap piece of vinyl. Okay, so front and back. And peel this up. Parchment paper. Okay, line this up really well. Okay, sticking down the side, pulling out the parchment paper, and laying down. Easy peasy. Okay, let's pull this up and grab our final little layer. Parchment paper. Hover over my design to get it really lined up. There we go. I have not had a snow cone in, I'm not even sure how long. A very, very long time. That might have to be a little summer bucket list item. Let me know if your, oops, that one's not wanting to go down. Let me know if your family does a summer bucket list. I might go from this direction. We like to do a summer bucket list if we can. And it's always so fun just to put little fun ideas on there for the whole summer. Okay. There we go. And then I will, let's go on the back too. We are pulling up everything now. This whole design. Okay, put our little snow cone in here. So summery. Let's see. I want to know, let's see, should I? Yeah, I think I'm going to tilt it a little bit. That'll be cute. Okay. All right, so it's official. I'm putting snow cones on our summer bucket list. You know what? When I was younger, actually, we had a snow cone machine at our house. I don't know that I would ever have remembered that if I wouldn't have done this little SVG. That is so fun. Okay, so actually, Amazon priming a snow cone machine because that will be so fun for the kids this summer. Okay, cute little snow cone machine for August. I love this. So fun. Okay, so on to September. Of course, we just have to do a pencil. I absolutely love September. And even when I wasn't teaching or in college any longer, I have to, and I still do, have to buy myself school supplies in September. It's just a must. It's my favorite thing. So I always have to go down my lovely aisle of school supplies and get myself just some new pens or something fun because it's just one of those wonderful times of the year in my opinion. I love it. Okay, so let me see. Do I need parchment paper for this? Let's do it. Let's go ahead and do it. So we are going to layer this little cute pencil. And we are leaving just a little tip there. Okay, so there is our first little layer down. Then we're going to go with our yellow to bring that pencil part in, or the outside of the pencil part in. I might just actually do this without parchment paper. It's seeming easy enough. There we go. So sweet. And then we have just our little eraser back here, which is a cute little pink piece. We'll put that little guy on. Okay, and then when we have everything, we can place our entire transfer tape over the entire design. And one more on the back. Okay, and then we'll place this little guy in there. So cute. I love each and every month. This is making me so excited. It's actually making me realize that I appreciate every month for when it arrives because it always just brings something new. And most of the time something I'm really looking forward to, like a holiday or just a change in routine. I just love that. Okay, so there's our cutie little pencil for September. Okay, so then for October, we have a really fun pumpkin. And of course, I went a little non-traditional with my color here, which again, you can do any color that you like and how you decorate, but I like to keep it kind of fun. And so we are going to do a cute little pink pumpkin for October. So let's go ahead and I'm trying to see which one I want to layer on which one. I think I'm going to layer this piece on my bottom piece. Okay, so let's grab a piece of transfer tape. Here we go. The clear transfer tape is the saving grace for projects like this. I can't say it enough. Transfer tape really can make or break your experience with a project. I'll say it like that. Usually you can get it done with any transfer tape, but it really can make or break your experience with your project if you don't have the right one. Okay, so I'm going to lay that just like that. Okay, grabbing that parchment paper, laying that down. Okay. And I'm actually going to pull this all up together because it's coming off of my carrier sheet there, so I don't want it to stick on my mat. So we'll just apply our little stem in just a moment. So let me get all of this in here. Okay, scoop down, and then peeling this up. There we go. And then we'll just put our little stem in there. I think I'm going to place it just like a sticker. It's easy enough. Just like so. How cute. There is our little pumpkin for October. Okay, so November would not be the same without pie, at least at my house. So we are doing a pie for November, and then actually these pieces, let's put them together. I was going to say we'll put them together in here, but it really is too restrictive. It's too small, so I will put them together right out here. And I believe this top part is called parchment. I think that's the color that is. And then I'm just going to hover over and just snag that little mint pie pan. Just like that. How cute. And I mean, honestly though, pie is kind of every month, or appropriate every month for sure. We definitely do not wait until November for pie. There we go. Cute little pie for November. Just like that. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, and then finally we have December, and it's super easy. It's just a little stocking. So we don't even have to layer any vinyl. We just place our little stocking in one layer down. This little stocking is so cute. There are lots of fun stocking images in Cricut Design Space as well. Okay, you guys should see my desk around me where the camera is not. There is little pieces of backer everywhere. It is getting a little crazy, so it is time to clean up. Okay, here's our little stocking going in, and the 12th month, all done. Okay, let's see them all together because they are so cute. Okay, so here they all are. I'm in love with this. Again, this has been an idea that I have had for months now, and I'm so excited that I'm finally seeing the final result. I hope I'm not the only one that plans and plans and plans something to death and then just takes forever to execute the plan, because this has just been something I want to do for a long time. I also think this is the perfect project for this size sign. So especially since this is sold in a 12 pack, or at least it was at the time that I purchased it, I just think it's lovely. So I'm super excited. I think these would make really cute gifts. Another reminder is always make sure you are saving or looking through your scrap pieces of vinyl for small projects like this, because look at what it can do. Again, I did use some full-size vinyl because some of the vinyl I hadn't trimmed into yet, but I was able to not cut into some of my smart vinyl because I was going through my scrap bin and found those smaller pieces. So just a reminder to always do that, because it really, really turns into something big. All right, I hope you enjoyed this. I am enjoying this. I'm going to enjoy this for the next months and months and months, 12 months exactly, and I really think these turned out cute. So be sure to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this, if this inspired you in any way, and go ahead and share this video if you want to inspire someone to decorate for 12 months with some small pieces of vinyl. All right, everyone, I'll see you in the next video.